That Blackstone 36-inch griddle you've been eyeing at Walmart this weekend has a cooktop that is thinner than the one on a griddle that costs $100 less, and Blackstone doesn't put the steel thickness anywhere on the box. I personally think the Blackstone is one of the most cleverly marketed outdoor cookers ever built. It cooks incredible food. The smashburger videos are real. The breakfast spreads are real. The hype is real. What nobody at the store is going to tell you is that the best-selling outdoor cooker in America is also built with the thinnest steel in its entire product category, protected by the shortest warranty, and now owned by the same private equity firm that longtime Weber owners blame for running their brand into the ground. So is the Blackstone worth it? Or is it a $400 mistake with great marketing? The Blackstone 36-inch is the best-selling outdoor cooker in America. Home Depot's listing alone carries over 11,000 reviews. Walmart pushes it under $300 every spring. 6 different trims ranging from $297 to over $1,000, and every single one shares the same 768 square inches of cold-rolled carbon steel cooktop. And that cooktop is where the problems start. The one spec that separates a griddle that lasts from one that warps is steel plate thickness. Commercial restaurant griddles run 3/8 to a full inch thick. Consumer griddles sit below 3/16, and Blackstone sits lowest at roughly 1/8 of an inch. There's an aftermarket company called Steelmade USA that exists solely to sell 3/16 inch replacement tops for Blackstone griddles. Their business model depends on Blackstone tops failing fast enough to sustain demand. Think about that. A Royal Gourmet griddle at Home Depot for $250 uses thicker, ceramic-coated steel than a Blackstone that costs $150 more. The Royal Gourmet isn't a better griddle overall. It doesn't have the accessories, the community, or the brand, but it has more metal where it counts. Pay attention to this next detail because it explains the biggest complaints in the Blackstone universe. Warping is the #1 failure. One Trustpilot reviewer described seasoning his griddle per the manual and watching the center bow up a 1/4 inch on the first heat cycle. On Smoking Meat forums, grease pooling in all 4 corners from a crowned center. On BBQ Brethren, multiple owners confirmed the same. Blackstone's fix is to run the griddle 7 more times and hope the steel relaxes. One owner said he'd used it more than 7 times and it was still warped years later. Rust is the second biggest problem. Blackstone uses uncoated carbon steel with no stainless layer, no ceramic, no porcelain enamel. Seasoning is your only coating. One missed maintenance session or uncovered rainstorm puts rust on your cooking surface. One owner reported his 36-inch rust constantly despite weekly summer use, and after winter in a dry shed, it still needed sandblasting. A Home Depot reviewer said his surface was falling apart after less than 2 years of garage storage. And this is the part that really got me. Blackstone's warranty covers all of this for exactly 1 year. Their official page says 12 months, original purchaser only, and it voids if you bought from an unlicensed third-party reseller, which could include certain Amazon listings. Compare that to a Weber Spirit 2 with a flat 10-year warranty on every part. Weber routinely ships free replacement parts to owners inside the window without even asking for proof. One forum owner asked Weber if they still sold parts for his out-of-warranty grill, and they sent him everything at no charge. If you're finding this useful, subscribe. I cover grills and outdoor gear every week, and I go deep on the specs nobody else is talking about. So what about the alternatives? The Camp Chef. Flat Top 600 runs $549 to $599 and gives you something Blackstone can't. The griddle plate lifts off to reveal grill grates underneath, so you get a griddle and a grill in one unit. It's 604 square inches of griddle surface, 48,000 BTU across 4 burners, and owners consistently describe it as better constructed than a Blackstone. One Pitmaster Club member said the Camp Chef beats the socks off the Blackstone on features and build quality after seeing both in person. It's not perfect. One BBQ Guys reviewer reported the Camp Chef top warping on its first low-heat seasoning cycle. Your call. But Camp Chef replaced it immediately. The Cuisinart 360 is the other option worth mentioning. Smaller round griddle. 22 inches standard, 30 inches on the XL. What makes it interesting isn't the surface. It's the warranty. 3 years. Triple Blackstones. At $240 to $350, the price is competitive. The downside is thin steel and durability complaints after 6 months, so it's not a slam dunk either. If your head is spinning right now trying to figure out which griddle won't warp and which warranty actually covers you, I built something for exactly that. It's called the Grill Buyer's Black Book, and the griddle guide inside it ranks every model by the one spec that actually matters: steel thickness, because the box sure won't. Scan the QR code on screen or check the link in the description and pinned comment. Now here's what almost nobody is factoring into their Blackstone purchase decision. In May 2025, Weber completed its acquisition of Blackstone products. The combined company is called Weber-Blackstone, and it's run by Blackstone founder Roger Dale as CEO. Both brands say nothing changes, your products are fine, we're just combining forces. The community isn't buying it. Weber is majority owned by BDT and MSD Partners, the private equity firm that took Weber private after the stock collapsed from $14 to under $5. A Glassdoor review from October 2025 by a self-described Weber design engineer with 8+ years at the Palatine headquarters said a second round of layoffs was in progress and U.S. manufacturing was being shut down. 3 days after the merger closed, the combined company signed an exclusive deal with Ace Hardware and dropped multiple independent dealer networks. On the virtual Weber bulletin board, the merger thread hit over 100 replies. One longtime poster said he sees too many mergers where quality suffers for profitability. A Weber retailer wrote that his Blackstone customers frequently come back and say the Blackstone rusted out quickly or just wasn't the same as grilling on a Weber. Another member summed up the sentiment in 6 words. He's flipping in his grave. Let me run the cost per year math that actually answers the question. A Blackstone 36-inch original at $349 costs you about $105 per year over 5 years. A Weber Spirit 2 at $549 costs $130 per year over that same window. Blackstone wins, and it's not close. But past year 6, most Blackstone owners face a choice. Replace the entire griddle for another $350, or buy a Steelmade aftermarket top for $300+. Either way, your cost per year jumps to roughly $100 over a decade. The Weber Spirit 2 at year 10 sits at $79 per year, and the Weber owner has never scraped a seasoning, never applied oil after every cook, never covered anything beyond closing the lid. The griddle versus grill question isn't really about griddle versus grill. It's about whether you want a cooker that demands a ritual every time you use it, or one that demands almost nothing. Both make great food. Only one makes great food and then asks nothing in return for the next 10 years. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy the video on screen right now, so tap it. And if you made it all the way to the end of this one, you're the exact person this channel is for. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.